Alright, so welcome back to my tutorial on how to make the bow and chain bracelet. In the first part we did the really easy version of the bracelet. These aren't that much harder. They're just little variations that make it look just a little bit different. Okay, so I showed you the 1 through 5. So I'm just going to show you how to load up your loom in order. So we're going to do the same color pattern we did in part 1. So I loaded up the loom. So I suggest if you haven't watched part 1, do part 1, because this will make no sense to you. Okay, so you're going to do the single chain up to the top here, and then double chain there. Double bands. Same thing for this side. And then you do up the middle is your second color. So to do this one right here, so we have this already. So my outside color, my ring part, will be pink. That'll match my bow. So you are going to start at the bottom here and just do like that. And the next one, and you do this all the way up to the top. Okay, so you're not going to do the last ones there. So I'm going to make a cap band for the end here. So you do the same thing. You're going to grab that center one. And go all the way up to the top. Now there is going to be one major change. And from now on, it'll be the same. I should have said that earlier. Try to go fast. Okay, so you've done this all the way up to the top, so that'll be the same for each bracelet. For this one, I'm going to grab this side first and put it off like that. The same for that one. Okay, so now, instead of just looping up all the way up to the top, you're going to grab this side and you're going to put it on to that side. I'm going to grab this side and put it on to there. You're going to do that all the way up. Instead of just doing the single chain, this makes it look really cool in the middle, and it tightens up the bracelet in the center, which I think looks really good. So you're going to do this all the way up to the top. Okay, so you get it to the end. You're going to pull it off. So just be careful pulling these off. You don't want to stretch them out too much. So with this one, you're going to give it so they're all kind of uneven. If you give them a good stretch, they line up pretty good. So that is number 1. That's that one right there. So now for number 2. Okay, so number 2 and number 3 are so close that I'm going to show you how to do them at the same time. So you're going to have your loom set up exactly the way it was, with the black on the outside and the white up the middle with the 2 bands right there. So my other color's pink. So for number 2, all you're going to do is twist your band one time. Like that. And do that all the way up. So that's number 2. I need some more pink. I'm running out. Or fuchsia, I should say. Okay. So number 3, I like, where'd it go? You can see how like this is tighter. This gets a little, I don't know, if you like it like big like that, it almost looks like a ruffle. Or if you like it a little bit tighter, this will be the number 3. And all it is you're going to twist it twice. So go 1, 2. Another way you could do that is you put it on like this and grab it with your hook and do 1, so your hook ends up facing the exact same way it was, like that. So you put it on there. So like if your hook is facing down, then you're going to bring it around so it's facing down again and then put it on there. So that's number 3. They're so close that it's like, so I'm going to finish doing this and then we'll come back. Okay, so I already did the second one, since the second and third are exactly alike except for the extra twist in the band. So that's number 2. So number 3. So this is basically, it's all the same, just band placement now is just different. So you're going to go all the way up like this. And then you're going to come back and do your crisscross. And then that'll be number 3. Okay, so here's number 3. Say number 2 and number 3 are really similar. But if you like the frill a little bit tighter, do that one. Okay, so now for number 4. Getting to my favorites now. Okay, so you have your loom like you did before. Black on the edges, white up the center, the pinks on the end, or whatever color your bow is. Okay, so now you're going to do triangles. Like that. And they're going to overlap. Like that. What I like to do is go all the way to the top like this. More fuchsia. And I even go to the center there. Okay, and then I go back down and just pull this across. So if you wanted to do each triangle on its own, that's fine. I find I have to fight them a lot less when I do it this way. Okay, so that's band placement for number 4. So I'm going to flip around and do your cat band. So the only thing a little bit different about this one is you have that extra band because of that end triangle. But you're just going to go and grab the center band. And go all the way to the top. And these do like to pop off. So just be careful. Because they're so tight on there. It's actually not too tight. I tried one that was way tight and it just was not working. Okay, so do that all the way to the top. And then you're going to do crisscross. So when you do the all the way up there, I'm just doing this so I can show you. Because you do have the extra band there. So it'll just end up being like that. It should be part of the thingy. Okay, so do the white all the way up to the top, this side thing, and then do the crisscross for the black, and then we'll meet again. Okay, so here is number 4. I really like this one. And sometimes you have to like maneuver it around a little bit and get the whites coming through a little bit, but that one looks really good. As you can tell, it's like, I mean, it's like this is really big and then tighter, tighter, tighter. And now we go for the tightest one. So you have your loom set up exactly the way. I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again. Probably because I am. Okay. So this one you're going to go, help if you can see it, like that. So it's like a big, it's not quite a square. You go to the next one, like that. And one of the things I want to say too is when you're doing, because you're doing 2 sides, when you pull the second one off, it always looks bigger than the first one because the first one has had time to like de-stretch. I don't know the word for it, but because when you first pull off the loom, they're like all stretched out. So your second one always looks longer. So just don't freak out. Just give it a minute. Because I freaked out the first time. I was like so upset because it was all different. Okay. So you're all the way to there. Flip it around. Put your cap band on. I like this color scheme in the beginning, but now I'm getting a little tired of it. But I wanted to show you the difference. Okay, so you know what to do. Do the white ones all the way up. I thought another thing would be really cool is like for this one to do the bands like in like rainbow order or something. I haven't tried that yet. I think that'd be really pretty. Because I've done like the other bands in different colors, but I haven't tried that. Because the way it's so tight, it would look really pretty. So maybe I'll do that before. Alright, so do this all the way up. And then go back and crisscross. And then we'll take it off the band. Getting tired. Alright, so here is the final. Number 5. I think these peak ones seem a little more stretched out than the other ones, but I like the way that looks. And while I was off camera, I decided to do up one, like number 5, but because remember I said earlier we went with rainbow colors, I thought that would be cool. So we'll see how it turns out. I haven't seen it yet. That'd be fun to do it like this. So when you do pull this one off, be careful. That might be why mine are stretched out a little bit too. I like it already. To me, it's like opening a present. I'm so excited to see what it looks like. I'll try this off before it all falls apart and that was all for nothing. Okay, and I forgot to grab a steek clip. Well, that's pretty. See, and those will de-stretch, like I said earlier. I'm going to put this on here so it doesn't fall off. And then you're going to do your bow, like on there. That's pretty. I like that better, since I'm sick of pink. Alright, so there is the tutorial for the bow and chain bracelet. So if you want to do the bow, go back to part 1 and do it exactly like that. So thank you for watching.